It is an exotic alien landscape, high on the rooftop of South America. Bolivia's Salar de Uyuni. Beneath the salt pan surface, a vast buried treasure valued at more than $1 trillion. But as we discover in our quest to reach this El Dorado, these riches are proving a massive challenge. Will they propel Bolivia into prosperity, or be tragically missed as the lost opportunity of all time? Our adventure starts here in La Paz, an entire city seemingly swallowed by Bolivia's answer to the Grand Canyon. In a fossil-fueled traffic jam, it's difficult to imagine this place holding the key to the planet's road transport future. This is the story of how the world's green energy future may depend on the whims of this impoverished nation. Bolivia has half the world's proven reserves of what's been dubbed the oil of the 21st century. It's a metal called lithium. Some see it as the economic saviour of Bolivia. For others, it's simply a curse. Our odyssey will take us 500 kilometres south along the Andes Altiplano, or High Plain, through the pain of history and the roadblocks of modern Bolivian politics. It's the winter solstice, dawn of the shortest day of the year. Holy men make offerings to the goddess Pachamama, Mother Earth. Raised hands catch the energy of the rising sun, signifying the start of New Year on the Aymara Indian calendar. Many believe that Pachamama has offered the miracle of lithium to an energy-hungry world. But strangely, Evo Morales, Bolivia's first indigenous president, seems to be in no hurry to exploit this extraordinary gift.
Ahora, energías de litio, de los renovables, energías limpias, pues eso, otra tarea, otro día conversaremos. Pero sobre todo, venimos a darnos cómo recoger una energía del sol en este nuevo año, pero también una fuerza para trabajar por todos los bolivianos.
Here amid the ritual, it's hard to imagine how the sun can be possibly eclipsed by a mysterious metal, and how Bolivia can help catapult the world into a greener high-tech future. But that's precisely the road that's being mapped for this breathtakingly beautiful but economically stunted place. Lithium, the world's lightest metal, has a seemingly mystical range of applications. In its processed powdered form, lithium carbonate, it powers laptops and mobiles, is used as a drug to treat depression, and even build nuclear weapons.
It is a new gold because of the potential applications that this metal has.
But this is what's fueling Bolivia's lithium dream. The new lightweight lithium-ion batteries that will drive the world's next generation of electric cars. European, Japanese and Korean manufacturers are all jockeying for a slice of the action. And they just can't get enough of Bolivian President Evo Morales, the man sitting atop this vast energy treasure. But But Morales and his mines minister are resolute. They plan to harness lithium at their own pace.
Que aceleremos la entrega del litio, que nos precipitemos en tener socios capitalistas. Y la política del gobierno es firme. Vamos a ir con pasos firmes y propios hasta el proceso de la industrialización del litio.
For 12 hours, we track deeper into the most remote corner of South America's poorest nation. It's a journey into the past. Our destination, the future. The Salar may well hold the keys to the world's 21st century transport problems. Our guide, resources analyst Juan Carlos Zareta, is Bolivia's Mr. Lithium.
Lithium could substitute oil in the future.
So Bolivia could become the Saudi Arabia of South America.
Of the world.
It's a landscape like no other. More Antarctic than Andes. But this is salt, not ice. A freezing nowhere, 3,700 metres above sea level.
Well, this is the largest and highest salt lake in the world. It contains the most lithium on Earth. So, welcome to the next energy center of the world, the Uyuni Salar, the Salar de Uyuni. It is at least 10,000 square kilometers. So you could have a couple of European countries here. It's very big.
For Bolivia's Indians, this is a spiritual place, created from the spilt breast milk of a mythical mother figure who inhabits the neighbouring volcano. An infectious optimism seems to grip all who step onto the salt pan.
It's a long way to the other side.
100 kilometers, isn't it?
100 kilometers.
About that, yeah.
The U.S. Geological Service has estimated that we have here about 5.4 million of metric tons of lithium.
So how much money lies beneath this salt crust?
I estimated a couple of years ago the lithium underneath this salt lake costs about $515 billion. But that's using 1998 lithium prices. So we could expect, even more.
With demand pushing up prices, the latest valuation is a staggering $1.1 trillion US. The rush was triggered when the world's second biggest car maker, General Motors, announced that in 2010 it would mass produce a new range of electric vehicles.
The current demand is about 100,000 metric tons of lithium carbonate. So they're talking about 5 times that amount of lithium.
By when?
By 2015.
Out on the Salar, traditional salt miners harvest the bounty provided by Pachamama. These are a tough, uncompromising people. In their culture, time is measured in decades and centuries. More recently, the vast, unspoilt expanse has brought foreigners and their money. and built some of the world's more unusual hotels. All this is salt, everything. Salt?
Todo sal.
The floor?
Piso de
Walls.
sal, pared sal,
Ah, it's amazing.
todo sal, sí. Okay.
Okay.
Vista al salar?
There's the Salar.
Yes.
So do you think you'll get as many people come to see a lithium mine?
Sí, mucha gente. Es el futuro del país, de esta región, mucha gente a través del litio.
These days, the town of Uyuni survives on adventure tourism. Westerners lured to the grandeur of the Salar and to photogenic poverty. 20 years ago, an American corporation wanted to extract lithium, offering less than 10% of the profits to the locals. They were soon run out of town. Peasant leader Francisco Quisbert says his community now demands half the profits, or no deal.
Tenemos la mentalidad de explotar nuestros recursos naturales para el beneficio de nosotros, ¿no? Porque vemos, hay empresas que llegan, explotan, hacen el saqueo y no hay nada, solo quedan los desechos tóxicos, ruinas y cementerios, es lo único que queda, ¿no? Muchos nos dicen que donde hay recursos naturales es la maldición, ¿no? Y otros dicen la bendición de Dios.
For Francisco and his wife Juana, lithium promises that most fragile commodity, hope.
Sí, va a mejorar en todo, en caminos, luz, agua queremos, agua, pero es que no hay. Va a mejorar en todo, escuelas y todo un poco va a mejorar.
Es el sueño de mi señora, siempre me ha exigido que tengamos una casa, un departamento con todos los servicios básicos, ¿no? Y me dice que hay que construirnos una casa.
But on so many levels, the lithium future seems too good to be true. Bolivian owned, Bolivian operated. That's the mantra. And this is the result. This pilot plant was due to open earlier this year.
Need the passport?
Security is tight, as we discover, more out of embarrassment than anything else. President Morales boasts that within 3 years, Bolivia will be manufacturing batteries and electric cars. The pilot program is crucial to determining the most cost-efficient way of extracting lithium. Well, we came here fully expecting to see this lithium pilot plant up and running, but clearly that's not the case. Bolivia's President Evo Morales is passionate about retaining control of this project, dealing with the multinationals on his own terms. But if they can't make this work, you really do have to question the Bolivians' ability to engage in full-scale industrial production. From what we've seen so far, Bolivia's lithium future isn't looking so bright.
So this is the salt brine?
Chemical engineer Miguel Parra explains the extraction process. Holes are drilled through the 5-metre thick crust to access the salty brine lake beneath.
La salmuera que contiene litio.
And what's the concentration?
Está sobre 1 gramo por litro aproximadamente.
It's like gold, eh?
Así es el oro que tenemos en el salar.
That's the gold that we have here at the Salt Lake.
The brine is pumped into evaporation pools to separate salt from the lithium, which floats to the surface. It's then chemically processed to produce powdered lithium carbonate. Fine in theory, but on the day we visit, the ancient drilling rig is unserviceable, the pump broken.
El equipo grande no se está adquiriendo hasta que no se empiece a producir.
They haven't acquired any new gear.
Such an important job you have here and you're using old equipment.
Qué pena que tengan un trabajo tan importante aquí, están utilizando equipo viejito, ¿no?
Ese es el problema. Por eso
That's the
tenemos
problem.
algunas dificultades.
That's why we are facing some difficulties.
Vast evaporation ponds are now being gouged out of the Salar. Within 3 years, Bolivia plans to produce 30,000 tonnes of lithium carbonate annually. But so far, the pilot program has delivered a total of 15 kilograms, enough for just one electric car. Bolivia's Mines Minister acknowledges there have been frustrating delays, but says he wants to avoid the mistakes of the past.
Y queremos tener los conocimientos necesarios para sacarle el mayor provecho para el beneficio del país. No queremos acelerar y precipitar una acción política que posteriormente nos ponga las condiciones que antes hemos vivido con la explotación de la plata o del estaño.
To understand this hesitation, to interpret Bolivia's lithium dream, you need to visit the trauma of the Spanish colonial past.
Well, this is San Jose.
The San Jose Silver and Tin Mine, overlooking the city of Oruro, is the place of nightmares. I have to say, it looks like something out of the 19th century.
Yeah.
It doesn't look terribly safe.
That's right. I mean, it's not safe at all.
Mining is in the blood of every Bolivian. For 500 years, Bolivia was plundered for its staggering mineral wealth. The fabled silver mines bankrolled the Spanish Empire. Then, after independence, filled the coffers of foreign mining companies. It was winner-take-all exploitation on an epic scale.
Millions of people died in the mines.
Millions?
Millions. And, well, you know, these people were recruited from the countryside and they were taken into the mines. It was a kind of slavery at the time.
And does that affect the mindset of the Bolivian people today when you talk about mining and mines? Are they suspicious of big companies, of outsiders coming in?
Yeah, absolutely.
Today, half of Bolivia's mines are run by fiercely independent co-ops operated by the miners themselves. Dirt poor, there's little money for safety or the prevention of contamination.
What's the smell?
There should be some lead, nickel, arsenic.
This toxic runoff goes straight into the city water supply, leading to deformities and brain damage in local children.
Yeah, it goes.
So this is it, eh?
Yeah, this is it. We're going into a mine, a real mine.
The miners believe this to be a dangerous spiritual domain. The custodians must be appeased.
Okay, they kill the llamas here, and they offer them to the tío of the mine, which is the devil.
There's a devil in the mine?
Yeah, they believe so. So they have to offer him these things, because otherwise he would, you know, he could get angry.
And they could die.
Yeah. Watch your head.
It's quite low, isn't it?
Yeah.
And there's certainly no lithium here. Just sacrificed llamas, toxic sludge, and the ever-present Diablo, the devil. While the Salar, bathed in hope and sunshine, offers the chance of a good life and easy profits.
Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, you two don't move.
But will the tourists still come if this vista is transformed into a toxic wasteland?
Go!
Given Bolivia's appalling track record on mine pollution and the quantity of chemicals needed to produce lithium carbonate,
The price of progress may be very high indeed.
Estamos teniendo mucho cuidado en este aspecto, ¿no? Las piscinas, por supuesto, se van a construir. Lo que tememos de que tal vez algunos residuos químicos podrían contaminar, ¿no? Por ejemplo...
But any concerns are soon eclipsed by the visions of wealth that lie beneath the salt. The Salar's riches may be well beyond the scale of anyone's expectations. The Bolivian government now claims the real size of the lithium reserve is a staggering 20 times larger than the official estimate.
Podemos decir que tenemos unas reservas aseguradas de 100 millones de toneladas de litio.
Could you understand people watching this interview, say in the United States or in Europe or in Japan, may be highly sceptical of your statement that you have 100 million tons in reserve here?
Bueno, que vean en el mapa la extensión del Salar de Uyuni es una enormidad.
But in the ground, Bolivia's lithium is worth nothing. Just over these mountains, neighbouring Chile and Argentina have already started mining their far more modest lithium reserves. The insistence of President Evo Morales in going it alone could cost his country dearly.
If he doesn't hurry up, then other competitors will take, their shares fairly soon. It would be more difficult for Bolivia to come into the market.
On their New Year's Day, indigenous Bolivians gather to celebrate with their president. In power for 5 years, Morales has reversed centuries of discrimination against the Indian majority. Mining companies were often the worst offenders.
Lamentablemente tenemos algunas diferencias con políticas económicas que implementan algunas naciones.
Evo Morales is a socialist who views Cuba's Fidel Castro as his role model. He's expelled the US ambassador, forged links with the Iranians, and nationalised private sector energy corporations.
Solamente concentran en capital en pocas manos para dejar la pobreza en millones y millones quienes habitan el planeta Tierra.
With many foreign suitors desperate to get into the Bolivian lithium market, Evo Morales has so far refused to sign any deals. But lithium is a strategic asset. The First World wants it. And Bolivia is a vulnerable, politically fragile nation. It's a volatile combination, as so many resource-rich countries in Africa can so tragically attest.
There's too much wealth here. We're surrounded by other countries, and it happens to be that at least two of our neighbors also have lithium.
So you're worried that lithium could politically destabilise the region?
There's a good chance that that could happen. So the government knows that this is a hot issue, and I presume that's why it is taking, too long for the government to make a decision.
Out on the edge of the Salar, this is quite literally the end of the line. A 19th century locomotive graveyard, testament to past mining ventures, derailed by Bolivia's volatile politics and unpredictable commodity prices. Despite the potential of the electric car revolution, the enormity of this lithium bounty may not be realised. The future may in fact be a political train wreck, as beyond the great Salar de Uyuni, the world will not wait.
It would be a shame if Bolivia loses this opportunity to become the center of the world in terms of energy. Lithium is really the next oil and the next gold. So it's amazing what could happen if we make the correct decisions.